What is going on, RS fam? We're back with another addition to the Subaru Forester Turbski build. She's filthy. She's filthy. She wasn't ready. But we're going to be putting on the gauges right now. Just because tomorrow, which is Friday, we're going to be throwing on and unboxing all the rest of this stuff. Intercooler, catback exhaust. It's gonna be serious. It's gonna be serious. So we got the Turbski over here. Oh, limited edition. What? Got the Turbski over here. We got the intake pipe ready to go. We got bungs for vacuum lines, freaking oil lines. We got tees for various reasons, I'm not sure. But today we're going to be strictly working on these. We're going to be putting these gauges in, hopefully smoothly. We got a boost gauge, cheap one. I'm going to get a better one here soon, as you can tell. Probably not, because my camera won't focus. But it's a Japanese one. Oil pressure. Air to fuel ratio, wideband, guaranteed. So let's get everything set up here, and then we'll get the camera set up, and we'll catch you guys there. Alright, this is going to be pretty much everything you need. Well, not everything, but everything I need to get these gauges set up. So first off, we have the oil pressure gauge, just a generic kind. I'm not even sure how to pronounce that name. And then we got a copper tubing insulation kit. And that's just pretty much to run from the back of this to the oil pressure sensor, which is right underneath the alternator. This guy out. Oh jeez, reverse packing, nice. Comes with its own little cheap pod, which, you know, we're not going to use that. Okay, here's the install kit, wiring harness, which is actually a lot longer than I thought, which is cool. And here is mounting pad, sticky pad for that, so I'm not going to use that. Alright, so pretty much we're going to tie into the, I think it's going to be the boost for the brakes, brake booster line. I'm going to tie in with this guy. Straight into here, straight into the back of this guy, and Bob's your uncle. And we're going to be running, yeah, it's just a positive negative, so that'll be easy. We'll run it to the clock or something. So let's get all this. This is going to be inside, so we'll take all this inside the cab. Oh, the boost. Okay, that's a pretty quality little wrap on there. Oh man, it's long. Nice. I don't know what kind of connection that is, but it's got a harness for it. Nice. Alright, let's put this over here. Okay, that looks like, oh, this is the plug-in for this. A lot of lines, so you can run that literally anywhere. It's just something I was worried about. Not sure what that is, and not sure what that is. Boom. So we got 6 feet of control unit gauge wiring harness, 5 feet of power wire harness, 4.9 wideband oxygen sensor welding, blah, blah, blah. Wait, what? Where's the welding bung? I didn't get one, no welding bung. 10-foot sensor wire harness. Holy snikes. Hell yeah. Alright, so I got all the gauges inside, and I got all the hoses, tees, clamps. Well, I don't have the clamps out for that yet, but I got all the hoses, oil line, copper tubing, and then the O2 sensor and the harness line for it. So I'm going to find a place in the firewall and run all three of these lines through. Tap in the T right to there. I don't know if you can see that. Let's see if we can get some better lighting in here. Yeah, there we go. We're going to tap the T right into that guy, which is coming straight off the intake manifold and going into your brake boost there. And then we are going to tie this guy. I'm going to need a light for this. Get this light in here. We'll tie this guy into that little sensor down yonder with the tab on it right in the center there. We're going to run this guy just through the firewall and probably mount it somewhere in the back because the downpipe will be there. Alright, let's get into that. Alright, a little update. We got the gauge cluster off. Had to kind of just pull right here at the front, kind of just pry it out. It's all snap rings. And now we got our wires exposed here. This is the wires for the clock. This black one, obviously, the thick black one, is going to be your ground. And I have a wire 12-volt connector tester, a wire tester, and voltmeter. That's what I was trying to think of. This left one is constant. Second one in is auxiliary 2, and this blue one is auxiliary 1. So I'm going to hack into the auxiliary 2 for all three of these gauges. I got my hoses and everything ran. Just used this copper wire since it's kind of a little stiffer. Duct taped it to the end here. Stuffed it down through into there, down through here. And now I have just some wires to hook up. And I'll hook up all these gauges and we'll see how they look and see how they work. Got the gauges in, all wired up and everything. And we got the lines coming out right there. So we're gonna go ahead and cut into the brake booster and hook that oil pressure sensor line up to there. Be good to go. Alright, we got the oil supply line off of the oil pressure sensor right there, teed off, and then we also have the feed line going over here for the oil pressure gauge, because you always want to have good oil pressure. Alright, we are going to be going ahead and taking this box off, the old lunch box, taking off the air sensor, or the MAP sensor, taking off these two bolts here and there, taking off all the hoses so we can have a little more room in this area. Alrighty, well that is going to do it for part 1 of the Subaru Forester Turbo build series. As you can tell, it was just the gauges kind of running through what all we needed to do to prep it. Part 2 is going to be intake teardown, exhaust teardown, all that good stuff. So yeah, stay tuned, and as always, stay steezy.